When your morning alarm rings, you mutter to yourself, "Why did I set it so early?" While brushing your teeth, you think, "I need a haircut," or maybe not. Rushing toward the door, you look for your keys and realize they're not there. You shout in frustration, "I can't do anything right!" And then you notice your neighbor is there. It's clear that talking to yourself can feel embarrassing, and some people describe this behavior as a sign of mental instability. But decades of psychological research show that talking to yourself is actually very normal. In fact, most, if not all, people engage in some form of self-talk every day. So why do we talk to ourselves, and does what we say matter? Self-talk refers to the narration inside your mind, sometimes called inner speech. It's different from mental imagery or recalling facts and figures. Psychologists specifically define self-talk as verbal thoughts directed at yourself or aspects of your life. This includes personal instructions like, "I need to work on my free throw," as well as reflections on your day, such as, "The gym will be crowded tonight. I'll go tomorrow." Most adult self-talk tends to be silent, but talking to yourself out loud also falls into this category. In fact, psychologists believe our earliest experiences with self-talk are usually vocal. Children often talk to themselves out loud while playing. In the 1930s, Russian psychologist Lev Vygotsky proposed that this type of speech was actually key to development. By repeating the kinds of conversations they hear as they grow up, children practice managing their beliefs and emotions privately. As they get older, this external speech fades and becomes internalized, turning into a private inner dialogue. We know that inner speech is important. It helps you plan for difficult situations at work and motivates you to get through the day. However, studying self-talk can be challenging. It relies on people clearly reporting spontaneous behavior that often happens without conscious control. For this reason, scientists are still working to answer basic questions, such as why do some people talk to themselves more than others? Which parts of the brain are active during self-talk? And how similar is this activity to that of regular conversation? One thing we know for sure is that what you say to yourself has real effects on your mood and performance. Engaging in instructional or motivational self-talk has been shown to increase focus, boost self-esteem, and help manage everyday tasks. For example, college tennis players found that incorporating self-talk into practice improved their concentration and accuracy. Just as talking to a friend can reduce stress, talking to yourself out loud may also help you regulate your emotions. When you talk to yourself from a distance, as if you were speaking to another person, it can be even more effective. Instead of thinking, "I'm going to crush this exam," you might say, "You've prepared well for this test?" Some students find that this type of self-talk is especially helpful for reducing anxiety when facing stressful tasks, such as meeting new people or speaking in public. However, while positive self-talk can help you, negative self-talk can undermine you. Most people criticize themselves from time to time, but when this behavior becomes frequent or excessively negative, it turns toxic. High levels of negative self-talk are often linked to anxiety in adolescence and adulthood. People who constantly blame themselves for problems and deny the normal challenges of life tend to feel more frustrated. Today, there are forms of psychotherapy known as cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, that focus partly on regulating the tone of self-talk. CBT typically teaches strategies to identify cycles of negative thoughts and replace them with more neutral or compassionate reflections. Over time, these tools help develop a healthier inner dialogue. So the next time you catch yourself talking to yourself, remember to be kind. Your inner voice is a companion you'll be speaking with for many years to come.